All right, we're going to get started a minute or two early here. First of all, I want to say thank you for being here once again. We are just going to run through each of our teams for our fall and winter sports. We are going to start with our junior high team, and when we get to that, how it's going to work is we're going to call out the participants. The coaches are going to come up here, and then they're going to give out their awards. And so as we call everybody up here, you guys stay up here until everything is done with the team, and then our players will say a word or two to their coaches, and then we'll move on to the next team, okay? So we are going to start this evening with the junior high JV boys soccer team. So let's give them a hand. And they were coached this year by Coach Neville McCory, Coach Scott, and Coach Dave Young. And so the participants, when I call your name, come on up here, as well as Coach Scott, you're doing it for these guys? All right, so Eli, Elroy, Julius, Matthew, Carew, Ruslan, Sonny, Solomon, Josiah, Joel, Chris, and Joe.
All right. As mentioned, Coach Neville did the majority of the coaching for the junior high JV. Then Mr. Young would come in and fill in. They kind of did the majority of it. And then when I had to step in for away games and whatnot, I would step in. So I wasn't actively working with them during practices and whatnot, but I did get to work with them during games, and they also were around with the varsity practicing sometimes. It was a good year. I think the guys did a really good job from what I can recall. It was back in the fall, so I can't really remember everything, but I'm just going to go through the awards for them just because, as I said, Coach Neville and Coach Dave did the majority of it. Mr. Offense Award. This award goes to the guy who was pushing our offense. He was the majority scorer this year and just would push our offense and initiate it. He had a lot of assists and goals on the year. And the Mr. Offense Award goes to Elroy. The Mr. Hustle Award. This guy, he played midfield and he also played a little bit of sweeper. He is the center guy. He was moving all around. He loves soccer, by the way. He shows it on the field. And the Mr. Hustle Award goes to Matt. The Coaches Award. This young man, he would stay after practice and he would help clean up and make sure guys were staying in line. He also was a pillar on the defense. He creates the wall back there and does a really good job back there. But Mr. Young and I really appreciate this guy's hard work ethic and also how he's willing to play any position that we put him at. And the Coaches Award goes to Joel. All right. And the MVP award. This young man, probably much to his dismay, he was kept on JV this year. But there was a lot that I worked with him personally in the games that I coached, and I saw a lot of improvement even though he's already really good at soccer. I am hoping that he doesn't let it go to his ego and that he will bring it to varsity soccer next year. Basically, I would ask him to pass it to someone on the team so that they would have a chance to score, and he would filter the ball to that person. He was one of the center midfielders and just hustled back and forth on offense and defense. And so the MVP award goes to Josiah Morara. Thank you.
This was supposed to be for Coach Neville, but he is not here. And I'm saying this on behalf of the JV team. We wanted to thank you for what you have done this season, not just for the players, but spiritually and mentally. We have a token of appreciation and respect for you, and so this was for you. And I had this ball for Coach Neville. It's a ball with all the players' names on it. Thank you.
All right, let's give them one more hand to our junior high JV team. You guys can have a seat. All right, now we are going to have our varsity boys soccer team come up here, and they were led again by our coach, Coach Scott Friedel, and assistant Coach Dave Young, and Brother McKinney also helped. So if you participated in the boys soccer, Adam Lawson, amen. Caleb, Charles, Chris, Derek, Herson, Isaac, Joel. If you know you're part of this team, come on up. Jonathan, or John, happy birthday, by the way. Josiah, Michael, Meba, Nate, Nikita, Roman, Ryan Reese, Sasha, Thomas, Tima, Torgeson, Wyatt, Yannick, and Yoel.
All right. Thank you, Brother Eric. Also, I don't think I saw him. I don't believe he's here. But before I begin, I do appreciate Coach Young. He's been coaching with me for the last 6 years, and 5 years. And so I appreciate him. We've kind of co-coached. I appreciate his expertise and his experience and his knowledge. And so I really do lean on him. And he also we are opposites in coaching styles. So I really appreciate how he can just work with me and we can coach the team. These guys went 14-6-1 on the year. That's tied for the best record that I've coached. So in the 5 years, they tied with the best record. They've also scored almost 100 goals this year. They scored 93. If I let them score as much as they were able to, they would have easily gone over 100. But I held them to 14 points in some games. I would not let them score a lot more than that. I worked on making sure that they could pass and work on other parts of their soccer skills than just shoving it down the middle and shooting it in the net, much to their dismay. There was 5 captains this year. Usually I have 4, but my 5 captains were Thomas, Caleb, John, Yannick, and Isaac. So I do appreciate their leadership on the team and how much they helped out. We ended up placing 3rd in max. We were 6 on the year going into our MCAC, 6 on the year, and ended up placing 3rd in the tournament. For awards this year, the Rookie of the Year award. This guy's not new to soccer, but he is new to my coaching, and so he is a rookie in my book. He's also a freshman. He was one of the captains that I just mentioned, but he was just like I mentioned with Josiah. I would tell him, I need you to pass it to this guy, so that way he could get a chance to shoot on the goal, and he would do that. He was a center mid. He was very utilized in that position, and he was one of those that I had to keep back from scoring too much, and I wanted him to get other people the ball to score. Almost everyone on the roster, I think there was 26 or so on the roster, and I think 24 of them scored. 2 of those are goalies, so obviously they didn't get much of a chance to score. But the Rookie of the Year award, and I appreciate his leadership, and I'm looking forward to many years coaching with him, is Thomas Standing. The next award is the Mr. Defense Award. He is a senior. The next 3 of these awards are seniors. And so I had 9 seniors on the team. You have 11 people playing soccer. So when you have 9 seniors, it's a lot, and it's a good team to have. This guy is the Mr. Defense Award. He was our center defender. He's been the center defender for a while. His speed is top-notch. He's the fastest on the team, and it makes up for a lot of the mistakes that the midfield and the other defenders have. But I appreciate his work ethic, and I can't wait to see what he does in college. The Mr. Defense Award goes to Isaac Weinja. The next award is the Heart and Hustle Award. This guy is a soccer player through and through in my mind, or at least the way he plays out on the field. He is the hustler on the team. I can always count on him to run his hardest out, run his heart out. He was injured all last year, so we unfortunately weren't able to see much of that, but he did not lose that spirit, and I really appreciated this about him. The Mr. Heart and Hustle Award goes to Yannick Vodichenko. And the MVP Award, and also Mr. Offense Award. This young man, had a lot that he was going throughout the season. He had a scare at the beginning of the season and pushed through it, and just really each game, I wasn't sure if I was able to play him or not, but he was able to push through it and really did a really good job for it. I think he had close to 30 goals on the year, and he was also one of those where I could tell him to pass it to someone and let them shoot, and he would do that. I also had to move him on defense to help him learn that he's not able to shoot when I tell him he can't shoot. But the MVP award goes to Jonathan Anaya. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Yannick Vodichenko. I was one of the captains this year, and what a season it was this year. We, the seniors, are truly blessed to have such a diverse and amazing team this year. But this team wouldn't have been so amazing if it weren't for all the hard work our coaches put in. Thank you, Coach Scott, for coaching us ever since 8th grade year up until now. Thank you for making us run, even though in the moment it felt repetitive. It taught us discipline. Thank you for the fun hotel experiences. Thank you for letting us use your cleats for whenever we forgot ours. Thank you for instilling us a never give up spirit. Thank you for teaching us the basics of soccer. Even though Coach Young isn't here, I'm still thank him because he did a big part. Thank you, Coach Young, for all the hours you poured into us. For whenever we were doing a drill wrong, you were there to fix it. Thank you for the insight on plays. And from every play, you would ask us if we're doing all right. Thank you for having shin guards and socks for us for whenever we forgot our own. Thank you for bringing bananas and oranges for us on hot, sunny days. Thank you for an amazing 5 years of coaching us. There are many more small details that I could mention, but I don't want to bore you tonight. So in simple terms, we the seniors will miss both of you so much. You were very uplifting from the very day we touched the field. Thank you. We love you both. Oh, wait. I forgot. I nearly forgot. Thank you, Mr. McKenney, for coming out and practicing with us each day. Each year, you run slower and slower. No, I'm just kidding. Your speed is impressive, and I hope to see you next year at the alumni game. At the end of each practice, when we were supposed to do our leg raises and run killers, it may seem that we didn't want to, but deep inside, most of these guys hoped that he would come out and push us to our limits. Thank you for that. Thank you, Mr. Jenkins, for painting the lines. Thank you, Mr. Weifels, for recording our games. Thank you, Pastor Borner, Mr. Fletcher, and Mr. Rhodes for driving the bus. Thank you, Ms. Borner, for making us healthy food. And thank you to all the parents who believed in us and invested us through it all. Thank you to the parents that came out and cheered for us no matter the weather and no matter how far the games were. You uplifted us and encouraged us. That is a great investment that you will never forget and regret. And once more, thank you, Coach Scott and Coach Young, for an amazing, wonderful senior year in soccer. I hope to see you at the alumni game next year.
All right, before these guys sit down, there were some other accomplishments too. Thomas Standing and John Anaya were MCAC All-Tournament first team. Yannick Dovchenko and Isaac Weinja were MCAC All-Tournament second team. We had 3 first-team all-conference players, Isaac Weinja, John Anaya, and Thomas Standing. We had some 3 second-team. That would be Caleb Lindsay, Tim Zupkov, and Yannick Dovchenko. Let's give these guys a hand one more time. You guys are good. All right, now as we shift from soccer to volleyball, we are going to call on our junior high girls team. They were coached this year by Coach Carissa and the assistant coach, Coach Gianna. I'm going to present these awards to these girls here, but if you come up, we have Abby Weinja, Addison Matthew, Adeline, Amerti, Abriana, Brinley, Clark, Brinley Undum, Callie Holm, Dana, Daphne, Evelyn, Grace, Jordan, Kenzie. If you played, you guys can start making your way up here. There's a lot of names. So Lillian, Leah, London, Maya, Mena, Métis, Miriam, Nicole, Olivia, Raya, Rebecca, Rama, Rin, Sina, Sophia, and Victoria. So we had, as you noticed, we had a lot of junior high girls this year that participated, that we actually split this group up into 3 different teams. And so it was definitely a challenge just trying to get everybody opportunities on the court. And I'm thankful for our coaches and just everything that we tried this year. And we're thankful for just the participation that we see in our volleyball program. The awards this year, there's 4 awards here as well, and then we'll have one of our students come and speak about their coaches here. So first of the award here goes to a player that is a leader on the team. This is our Offensive Player of the Year award. As an 8th grader, it was awesome to just see her development as she even had some opportunities to play on JV as well. And so our Offensive Player of the Year this year is Sina. All right, our second award here for our junior high girls team is our Coach Junior Award. And this is an important award as we have many girls, as we saw. And so it's another 8th grade young lady, and just the opportunity she even had to use the knowledge she had of volleyball to sometimes help some of the younger girls. And that's when we have 5th grade and 6th graders, and we have so many of them, sometimes it's hard for the coaches to be able to help with some of the training. So having some of the players, and I'm even recognizing this with our baseball team this year, it's a blessing to have players that have played for a while to help. So she was like coach on the floor, and they call it the Coach Junior Award, and this award goes to Abriana Holm. All right, we have our Coaches Award, and this is always a fun award to give, and these awards are something that are definitely a special thing. They play well on the court, but also they are a help and a servant to the coach, and this year our Coaches Award goes to Olivia Smith. She's not here. And she's not here tonight. And then our last award is our MVP award. And our MVP, as most of you know, is the player that is real critical and crucial to the team. And we're thankful for just her effort that she put on the court and just the blessing she was even off the court. All of these young ladies are great human beings, and we're thankful for them and their heart, not just for volleyball, but their heart for the Lord. And the MVP award this year goes to Brinley Clark. All right, at this time, I'm going to turn it over. All right, at this time, we are going to have our JV girls. So we're going to have our junior high girls have a seat at this time. And Coach Karina is going to come, and she's going to present the awards. So let's give her a hand. So our participants Our participants for this was Ava, El Bethel, Ella, Alohe, Haley, Kayla, Lydia, Naomi, Olivia Reese, Rawi, Rebecca, Sina, Taylor, and Zoe. I'll turn it over to Coach Karina.
Hi, my name is Karina, and I was the JV volleyball coach this year. This year we had a really great season. The girls had no idea how many games we won, but I'm assuming there were a lot. But the girls had some losses. The losses were a little tough because they were so close to their wins. But the girls never gave up this year, and that's what I was very grateful for. We worked on getting stronger and mentally building that strength and not giving up during the season. The girls also learned how to actually play the sport rather than just throwing the ball over the net and hoping for the best. And it was a lot of fun to watch the girls grow in that aspect. The girls are a lot of fun to coach, and I personally had a thrill. You parents do a really good job raising them. Great girls, very kind and loving, and it's a lot of fun to be around them. Moving on to our awards, the first person I would like to recognize is Miss Uplifter. This girl has the most positive attitude and outlook on everything that she does, whether that's on the court or off the court. I could always count on her to come up and say something kind to one of her teammates, whether that was to ask me how my day was going and bring a smile to my face, or just to encourage someone on the court. This girl always tried her best, no matter the situation, no matter if she played, if she didn't play, practice, whatever was going on in practice, she always did her best. My Miss Uplifter is Rowie. The next person I would like to recognize is my Miss Elegant. This girl had the most elegant plays whenever she would hit the ball, whenever she would serve. It always looked so, so pretty. And I just thought of her as a very elegant player. Besides being an elegant player, she would always make sure that our front row had really strong defense. She always blocked everything, she would swing. If I told her to put the ball somewhere, she did her best to make sure that ball was getting there, no matter the situation. But my favorite part about this girl this season was whenever she would serve, she would always have a foot fault, no matter the situation, no matter what was going on. We did our best, but it's okay, and she did it. But our Miss Elegant this year is Ella Ernst. The next person I would like to recognize is Miss Defense. This girl would have games where she would serve and immediately have to get right back into the game because the ball was coming right back at her. It didn't matter what was going on. She would either dive for the ball if she had to, she would run for it. The team could always count on her to make sure that that ball was touched, no matter where it was on the court. There were times where she'd barely get off the ground and the next ball was already coming at her. She kept going no matter what, and that was very appreciated this season. Miss Defense is Rebecca. The last person that I would like to recognize is the leader of the team. This girl would always encourage the girls and make sure their head was always in the game and ready to go. She would sometimes pull me aside and ask if there were certain plays that they could try, if there's a different drill that they could try and practice, or if we could move people around. She would always see the game, whereas some players don't fully see the game, they just play it. She would watch it, she would see what was going on, and she would always ask if we were able to try it. And I always loved it because sometimes as a coach you see things, but as a player and an athlete, you sometimes see it more. So it was really nice to see that and hear that from her. My Miss Leadership is Taylor. I would also like to take a second and to thank all the parents here. I know sometimes it's not easy to drive to all their games when they're like 2 hours away or 3 hours away, but as an athlete sitting there, it's really nice to see your parent there to support you. So those of you who have made it out to watch them, we really appreciate you. These are also really great girls, so good work on that end, and thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight, as we talk about this past volleyball season, I wanted to acknowledge Coach Karina for making the season so amazing and memorable. You truly mean so much to us, and we have all learned and improved so much this year because of you. You helped strengthen our team's relationships, confidence, and trust. Thanks for pushing us to keep going even when things were hard or we didn't think we could. Thank you for helping us learn from our mistakes. You never gave up on us even when we were doubting ourselves or messing up. You helped us grow and improve. But what really stood out the most is how much you care about us. Your care not only about us as people, but also as players. Because of you, we have grown stronger both as a team and individually. Our relationship with you has meant so much to all of us, and we are so grateful for the time we've spent together. Since this is your last year coaching, we especially want to say thank you. We truly cannot express how grateful we are to have had you as our coach. Thank you for your patience, your encouragement, and your desire to help us grow. You have made a huge impact on our lives, and we will always remember the memories we've made with you. You truly will be missed.
All right, now for our varsity girls volleyball team. They were coached by Coach Carey and assisted by Coach Cassie. So we'll have them come at this time. Any of you participated on the girls varsity team, you can make your way up here. Aubrey, Ava, Cheyenne, Chloe, Ella, Jada, Kira, Leah, Lydia, Maya, Rebecca, Sophie, and Taylor. At this time, I will turn it over to Coach Carey.
Good evening. This is honestly the hardest part for me of coaching. I don't like public speaking, so I'm sorry if my voice cracks. This season was really special. I was thankful for the opportunity to coach these ladies and thankful for every single one of their attitudes and accepting me as their head coach as well. They showed a ton of resilience and they're just relentless on the court. And it really paid off in our MCAC championship game, 3-1. It was great. And so proud of every single one of them. And it was very difficult to pick the awards this year. Every single lady had a role, and it was very hard to differentiate like which one mattered more. And to me, they don't matter more, but these ladies stuck out just a little bit extra. And the first award today is our leadership award. This young lady was put into a position, kind of forced into a position, a new position for her that fit her in multiple ways in one. She's very talkative, she pushes her team, and she's also very selfless on the court. She has to get every second touch, she is telling people what's going on, and she has to run the plays. And this leadership award goes to Maya McKinney. Our next award is called the Miss Dime Dropper Award. This player had perfect passes. She was super precise in all of her hits. And I even remember during the MCAT games, the commentator next to me was like, how does she get such razor thin hits right to the correct spot? And she was just one that you would give goosebumps every time she hit the ball and she'd get a kill. And I just loved her attitude and her spirit and just her hustle in the court. And this young lady is Kira Weinja. This next award actually goes to two of my young ladies this year. It was very difficult to separate their work ethic on the court. They hustled on defense, and I know several games they walked away with bruises, their elbows were swollen, their shoulders were out, like everything. They gave it all on the court. I wouldn't be surprised if there was still blood there too. And these two young ladies are Jada McKinney and Cheyenne Rhodes. Finally, our MVP award. It's not going to be a shock to anybody that our game ran through her. She was tirelessly working all the time, even though basketball might be her favorite sport. She gave her all on the court, even one game to where her shoulder was out and she was very worried someone might come up and take her stats away. She got 17 kills just off of tips, guys, so it's very impressive. And her determination really drove our team, and this young lady is Lydia Weinja. Again, I just want to thank all of you parents as well for coming out and supporting our ladies. I also want to thank Cassie for being there for everything. This is why I know it. She helped me a lot, and she helps me with being my voice as well, and I'm very thankful she could help me this year. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Aubrey. It's nice to meet everyone that I actually, okay. I just want to take a second to just talk about our coaches in this season. It was just a very memorable season for, I think, the whole team. We are only losing 2 seniors, but it's our our 2 main seniors. They're very important to both of us, and it's just going to be it's not going to be the same without you guys, so we're very sad to be losing you guys. But going undefeated in a conference is insanely crazy, and it's just something that we should be very proud of. But we know that it just didn't happen out of accident. It took a lot of hard practices, long days, and being pushed to our breaking point, and lots of running, which we didn't always love in the moment, but it helped us in the long run. And Carrie and Cassie were there through all of it. They both pushed us when we were tired, held us accountable, and never let us settle for just being good enough. Even when we were complaining, they still believed in us and kept pushing because they both knew what we were all capable of. But honestly, it wasn't just about volleyball. They helped build a team that actually felt close, like we had each other's backs, and made the season fun, competitive, and something that we should all and we will remember. So Carrie, Cassie, thank you very much for pushing us, believing in us, and putting up with our attitudes. This season wouldn't have been the same without you guys, so as a token of appreciation, we would love to present the coaches with a gift of gratitude. Thank you.
All right, as they're doing that, this team, I believe, went 34-1. So they won our, if you were here for the MCAC state championship, it was electric in the gym. And this team pretty much last year that they beat them earlier in the regular season, and they were a tough team, and they beat them in 4 sets, which was a really big accomplishment. We have several honorees here for our conference. First team MCAC all tournament, we had Maya McKinney, Kira Weinja, and the MVP of the tournament was Lydia Weinja. For the all tournament second team was Jada McKinney. And then all conference team, we actually had, and this is a difficult task, I think we had 16 volleyball teams, and we had 4 of our girls on first team. Jada, Maya, Kira, and Lydia. And then second team was Leah. So very well represented, and what a great season for these guys. Let's give them a hand one more time. Good job. All right, now we move to our winter sports, our junior high basketball teams. So junior high girls will start there, coached by Coach Sean McKinney. Participants, we have Ariana Vogel, Aubriana, Batanya, Grace, Jordan, Kenzie, Lillian, Raya, Rebecca, Sina, and Sophia. So if you guys come on up, and I'll turn it over to Mr. McKinney.
Can I give you to hand these out to them? Yep. Well, we had a great junior high season, and I found myself many times running from high school choir down to practice, and the girls already had themselves going, and I appreciated the 8th grade girls' leadership in that. And very proud of them. I have a couple of awards I'd like to give tonight. The first one is the Most Improved Award. This young lady, I've watched her last year. She came to the season, honestly, not knowing a whole lot about basketball, but then watching her slowly develop, and this year she got to start, and super proud of her. So the Most Improved goes to Sina Windamu. All right, next, this young lady giving away a trophy, Miss Versatility. And this trophy to me is somebody who does a little bit of everything. And this young lady is one of the young ladies who helped get practice started. But besides that, just her ability on the court, she can score for us, she can pass, she rebounds, she talks on the court, and for you that play sports, you understand how important that is. And so when I was thinking about what player kind of does a little bit of everything, I thought of her, very proud of her tonight. So Miss Versatility goes to Aubrey Holm. Next, this young lady, I'm not sure if she's here tonight, I don't see her, but she's what I call the three-point specialist. You bring her in the game, she's gonna hit some shots for you, and she hit some big threes for us. She sent us into overtime this year, one game. I know she had a game-winning shot for us as well. And she's been a part of the basketball program, I think, since 5th grade. So really proud of her tonight. Another 8th grader, Batanya Khalib, and I don't think she's here tonight. But let's give her a hand. And then the final award, this young lady led us in scoring, and she also led us in assists. She played very selfless and willing to share the ball, willing to pass, and I wanted to get other people's opinions on her, obviously because of the close relation. So actually, she's different than me. She's unselfish. I don't pass to people. Why would I do that? No, I'm kidding. But she did a great job for us. And so the MVP of the junior high team this year is Jordan McKinney.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sina, and I'm up here to speak on behalf of all these girls. I want to give a big thanks to our girls' junior high coach, Coach McKinney. In the beginning of the season, all we thought about was how we lost the 9th grade girls, but you taught us to learn and adjust to our team and keep moving forward. And because of your patience and commitment, you helped us to learn to communicate, be encouraged, and have teamwork. You taught us that even if we aren't perfect, we should always play with our best effort. Your positive coaching showed on the court as we played. No matter the outcome, we got to the court knowing we gave it our best. You saw every girl's potential and gave them the vision to keep going. Helping a junior high team involves getting the basics, and you taught us girls with a lot of patience. With all the wins and losses we took, you helped us improve regardless and shaped us into more confident players. And for that, we thank you for a great season and want to give you a gift for appreciation.
All right, let's give our junior high girls a hand one more time. All right, now we're going to move to our junior high boys basketball team, and they were coached by Pastor Borner and Caleb Yancey. We're thankful for them. If you played on the boys team, come on up at this time. Axel, Carter, Cooper. We have a lot of guys that have the same names. Deacon, Aba, Jonah, Julius, Colby, Lincoln, Luke, Omar, Carew, Sonny, Solomon, and we'll have the coaches turn it over to them at this time.
All right, well, it was definitely a blessing coaching this year. We had a good season, I would say, this past year, Coach Borner and I. And we ended up, I believe you said it was 7-7 we ended up, so we had a solid season and got to see a lot of growth from these guys. This is the earliest level of basketball we have at the school, so we're instilling the fundamentals and just learning how to play the game. So a lot of these guys, and we had quite the roster, so we had a lot of people who were just kind of getting into the sport. And we did want to give out a few awards, of course. Our first award goes to the most improved player. And I remember about midway through the season, I was talking to this guy, and he was on the bench, and one of our bigs was getting in foul trouble. And I said, hey, man, he's going to be gone next year. He's in 8th grade. He's going to be going to JV. We're not going to have him. So you're going to have to step up. You're going to have to take his spot when he's gone. And he took advantage of that opportunity because we got hit with the injury bug during the season. We had 2 players 2 broken bones in the span of like 4 days. So they were out. So this guy came in, took their place, and did a great job. And we saw a lot of improvement in his game. The most improved player goes to Solomon Kim. All right. Our next award goes to Team Spirit. And we didn't exactly have any guys on the bench with pom-poms and screaming their lungs off, but Team Spirit goes more towards this young man who gave a Christ-like character throughout the season. And it didn't matter if we were getting blown out or if we were the ones blowing out the other team. He was consistent. He's given a positive attitude throughout the season and throughout practice. So our Team Spirit Award goes to Luke Borner. All right. Our next award, we call it the Hustler Award. This goes to our hardest worker on the team. He was very consistent in practice. You knew what to expect from him, game in and game out, practice in and practice out. And he would be hustling. He's one of our fastest players on the team, so he used the gifts that God gave him. And he was just all over the court at all times. One of our starters, our guards. The award goes to Nathan Jafar. All right, and 2 more awards. We have the Defensive Player of the Year. So for our junior high guys, this young man, he was a consistent pillar on our defense, and he probably led this season in rebounds. I wouldn't be too surprised. And he was just consistent on defense, whether it was just shutting someone down or if he had to just box out whoever we needed to. The Defensive Player of the Year award goes to Jonah Reck. And then lastly, our last award goes to our most valuable player. And this one was honestly a hard one to pick. We had a lot of really influential starters on our team. And I would say this player, he's just, when we need a bucket, we went to him. And we had a lot of close games. And so we needed somebody reliable on offense. And he also, he was no pushover on defense as well. He was probably one of our two-way players. And just one of our more talented guys, and he's been playing for a little bit, but just really one of our best players we had on this team. The award goes to Carter Courthauer.
And thank you, Brother Yancey. Thank you and it's been a joy. It's fun. We had some good times, ups and downs, shooting at wrong buckets, running into our own players, getting injured. It was fun, man. The locker room smelled so bad. Oh, it was horrible. But it was a joy. And I wanted to say thank you, parents. Thank you for allowing your sons to play on the team. We really did truly enjoy them. We pray that we instilled some sort of character and unity in that they can take that and move it on to another area of their life. But thank you, parents.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jonah. I just want to take a moment to thank 2 people who have made a huge impact on all of us, Coach Borner and Coach Yancey. Coach Borner, as our head coach, you set the tone for everything. You pushed us when we were tired, and you believed in us when we didn't believe in ourselves, and you never let us settle for less than our best. We spent a lot of time scrimmaging this season, and honestly, that was one of the best parts. Some of us started off pretty rough, but you stuck with everyone and helped us get better. Help us get better no matter where we started. Coach Yancey, thanks for always being there for us, for the energy, the encouragement, and for always having our backs through the season. You helped make this team feel like a family, and you being one of our best friends throughout the season. And more than just growing as players, you helped us grow in our faith too. The way you led and encouraged and pushed us to grow closer to God and live that out every day. Like it says in the Bible, iron sharpens iron, and not only did you sharpen us, but you helped us sharpen each other. Both of you gave your time, your effort, and your heart to this team, and we're really grateful for that. And as a small token of our appreciation, we have a gift for you. Thank you so much for coaching this team, and we're looking forward to playing next year.
All right, let's give these guys a hand one more time. All right. Mr. Weifels, we're gonna flip-flop the boys and girls here. We're gonna do the boys first here for our JV teams. So we'll start here with the JV boys basketball. They were coached by Coach Sean McKinney and assisted by Coach Dave Young and Coach Jake. So of Adam Lawson, Caleb Lara, Chris Ananaya, Joel Weinja, Joe Courthauer, Josiah Marara, Justin Andari, Meba, Philly, Sonny, Sebastian, Shane, and TJ, if you guys would come at this time. And I'll turn it over to Mr. McKinney.
All right, we had a great JV season, and I actually, after a game that I watched, I came over, I was helping Coach Neville, and I came over and at halftime, and I saw the boys weren't playing hard, and I remember I ripped their faces off pretty hard. And from that moment on, the boys started to play and compete every game. And I was very proud of them. We ended up, I think we lost just 3 games, I believe. That's correct. But the boys played super well, and I'm just very proud. It's amazing, at least for me as a coach. I love seeing young men start from here, but then just blossom, and that's exactly what happened. And so, very, very proud of these young men. So first off, the first award that I have goes to a young man who has honestly just blossomed. He came to me after every practice. What can I do to get better, Coach? How can I improve here? How can I help me with my shooting? Help me with this and that. And he actually became a reliable player for us on the JV team. And so the most improved player goes to Philly. The next player, honestly, I could have given him several awards. Just bottom line, he goes out there and he works hard every night. He had a career, I'm pretty sure it was a career high. He had a game this year where he scored 18 for us. And then he consistently was scoring probably 10 points for us each game. Very proud of him. He plays with reckless abandon, and I appreciate that. And so the Mr. Hustle Award goes to TJ Reck. I'm sorry, the career high was 20. But I'm taking 2 away for correcting me. Anyways, no. Good job. And then next, Mr. Offense. This young man, I know soccer is his favorite sport, but he came to me one day, and him and I had a come to Jesus moment a bit. And we were just talking about, hey, are you going to give us effort? Are you going to put the work in? And he said, all right, I'm going to. And from that moment on, he started to get buckets for us. He would hit threes when we needed. He'd make some tough shots. Very proud of his improvement. And that goes to Josiah Marara. And the next young man, he's not here tonight. But he kind of steadied the ship for us. He played a lot of minutes. We played a 1-2-2 zone. He always was playing at the top of the zone. I was having him have to score, bring the ball up, get everyone involved, and he probably was yelled at more than anyone on the team. And but I did that because, just to be quite honest, I see his potential and what he can become. And so the MVP of the JV boys this year was Elijah in Durango, and he's not here tonight, but let's give him a hand.
All right, hi, my name is Filipos, and this is my speech. Coming into our JV basketball season, we were about to, also my first season, we all thought that we were about to go undefeated, and that wasn't really what happened. But we still played well, and like we were playing as a good team. We were shooting the ball, hyping each other up, even after bad games, and I'm glad that's what happened. I'm glad my first season was with these guys, as it was a good season, and I enjoyed it. We might not have been perfect, but we were definitely a team, and that's what we needed overall. I I want to thank our coaches, Coach McKinney and Coach Young, for pushing us and correcting us whenever we were doing wrong, for a season full of fun, success, and hard work. This is coming from our entire team, and we thank you for everything. We thank you for everything, and our gift to you is the big smile we always put on your face.
All right, we're going to have the varsity get ready to come up now.
All right, let's give the JV a hand real quick, the JV boys. All right, you JV guys that weren't on varsity can head down. Those that played both can stay up here. Varsity boys, come on up. Alex, Amen, Caleb, Charles, Chris, Elijah, Joel, John, Justin, Philly, and Torgy. And again, they are coached by the same coaches, Coach Sean McKinney, assistant coaches, Coach Dave, and Coach Jake.
All right, we had a great season. It did not end the way we wanted to, but I want to give you a glimpse into our locker room a bit. After our last game of our second to last game, the three-pointer that went in at the very end of the game, we get to the locker room, and it was an encouragement actually for me to see the boys with tears in their eyes. That tells me they cared. And when you're a coach, that's what you want to see. You want to see that they cared. And hearing them feeling like they let me down, that was important. And so I appreciate the boys caring. And they worked hard this year, very proud of them. And I also want to thank my coaching staff. What we do as coaches, just to be quite honest, I couldn't do it without Coach Jake and Coach Young. Their expertise in the different things of basketball. Coach Jake always having a play in his back pocket, always having another offensive set we can run. Coach Young being that steady, kind of level person for the coaching staff. And I'm just so thankful for you guys, and I want you to know that I appreciate you. And any success that our team has, it's because of you guys, and I'm really thankful for you. Could we give our assistant coaches a hand? I really appreciate them. Now, just a couple of things here. First off, I'm going to read off some of our accomplishments this year. For our conference, the all-conference first team went to Caleb Lindsay and Charles Kunster. They were unanimous selections. You can give them a hand. Good job. And then our all-conference second team is Alex Gomez, so give him a hand. And then our MCAC all-tournament first team, we had Caleb Lindsay, and yeah, you can give them a hand. Yep, that's fine. And then Charles Kunster also made the all-conference team as well. And so proud of those young men. Now, some special awards that I have. My first award is the Mr. Double Double Award. This young man, he came to our team this year, and I had actually seen him. I know his dad for a long time, but he came to Old Men's pickup basketball game last year, I believe it was, and I saw him play. He was on my team, and I remember thinking, man, I'd love to have that kid playing for me. And so his dad and I, like I said, we've known each other for a long time, talked, and then we had this young man be able to come this year, and he's been a blessing to our team. Yes, his basketball stuff, but honestly, I love his spirit. He's just a great young man. And so very, very glad to have him. But Mr. Double Double, where you at, Alex? Oh, Alex Gomez. The next award is the Mr. All-Around Award. This young man, honestly, I could have given him any award, but he just does a little bit of everything for us this year. His scoring went up about 6 points a game more than he had last year, pretty close to that. And just his consistency, his ability to pass the ball, his ability to shoot the ball, score the ball, rebound the ball. If you were to see his stat line, most of them look like this: 12 points, 7 assists, 9 rebounds, 3 steals. That's a pretty good game. And so very proud of this young man, and I appreciate his leadership. And probably one of the most standout moments of this year was at halftime of our game against Prior Lake in the state tournament. And he took over and just said, Coach, can we do this, and this? And we just backed off. Am I right, Coach? We backed off, and this young man, he led the team. It's Charles Kunster. Good job. The next young man is, I respect him more than he knows. He was a starter last year. He didn't always start this year. Sometimes I played him more than other times, and it was never because he never had a bad attitude, never did anything wrong. I just felt I needed a different combination. And this young man's character is just, in my opinion, impeccable. Every time he came in, he played hard. He did what he had to do. He did his job. He encouraged the teams. He's one of the last guys cleaning the locker room, making sure everything's taken care of, doing exactly what I asked him. And I love him for the basketball, but I love him more for just being a godly young man. So my coach's award goes to Isaac Weinja. The last young man, he's led us in scoring. He was second in assists, and he's just a tremendous young man. He's another high-character individual, works hard every practice, gives 110%. I think everybody would tell you that about him. And he's a spiritual leader as well. Just very thankful for him. I could say more things, but before I announce who he is, I'll finish by saying this. He is the second best basketball player in his house because his mom has scored 2,000 points. But next year, I think he's going to get past 2,000 probably. So I think he will. He's coming for his mom. So our MVP this year goes to Caleb Lindsay.
Thanks for having me, guys. I'd just like to start it off with saying that I'm new to the school this year, and I'm new to McKinney basketball. And I just met Coach Jake this year as well. And it's been a blessing to be able to play for them and just have the opportunity to play basketball one last time. I thought I was going to be done with medical stuff, but I made a promise to him, 6 years ago, that I'd play for him if I came back. So I just want to say, on the behalf of everybody on this team, thank you. Thank you, Coach McKinney, Coach Jake, and Coach Young. These are people that gave us something money can't buy, and that's their time. They didn't have to be there. They had lives, jobs, families, things to do, and they still showed up every single time. And that means more than what we can probably realize right now. Coach McKinney, you set the tone for everything. From day one, you pushed us to be better, not just as players, but as people. The way you carried yourself, the standard you held us to, we felt that. Even on the days we didn't want to hear it, we needed it. So thank you for not letting us settle. Coach Jake, you made an impact on me from right in the start. You told me that I remind you of a young you back in the day, like 4 million years ago. And that sunk into me, and it made me think, about what you meant by that. And I hope that meant that you had hard work. I wasn't there to see you play, but I'd like to think that. And Coach Young, I know you're not here today, but I just wanted to say thank you for making sure that we all understood what the plays were, John, and that we were locked in and we were focused on what Coach McKinney was trying to teach us. And I'm not gonna lie, some of the practices were tough. Some of the days it felt like the heat was cranked up, and I'm not gonna say I don't think that was not intentional. I think McKinney did that on purpose. And but those days we're dragging our legs are hurting, we just want to quit. But every time they just made us lock in, and they just gave us the motivation just to be there and show up. Every hard rep, every correction, every run it again, it was them investing in us and making us do what we need to do, being what coaches really are.
So Coach McKinney, Coach Jake, and Coach Young, thank you for pouring into us. Thank you for showing up when you didn't have to. Thank you for caring enough to push us. We appreciate everything you've done, and we won't forget it. Thank you. Kirk Simon.
All right, I think they have a couple gifts for the coaches here. I will tell you this, just to pass the time. These guys spent 4 hours at Target trying to figure out what to get their coaches, so hope you like it. All right, let's give them a hand one more time. You guys are good. All right, we're going to move backwards here into our varsity girls. So I'm going to call, and JV girls, you're going to do them at the same time, right? Okay, so JV and varsity girls. So we'll call on Coach Jenkins, and there was also Coach Jenkins. Miss Elise helped as well, and Coach Larson. And so if you played and you're on JV or varsity for our girls, we'll call you to the stage at this time. Alyssa, Ella, Jordan, Layla, Naomi, Rowie, Taylor, Zoe, and then our varsity girls, Cheyenne, Ella as well, Jada, Kira, Leah, Lydia, Maya, and Taylor. And I'll turn it over to Mr. Jenkins.
I was talking with Shay a couple days ago, and one of the things we talked about was how we all wait in life for things to get easier. Think in your own life if you've waited for something to get easier. Oh, I just got to get through this and then it'll be easy. I just got to get through preseason and then it'll be okay. I've just got to get through my junior year of high school and then the classes are going to get easier. Or I've just got to get to my spring of my senior year of college and it's going to be easier. It's what we do. We wait for stuff to get easier. It will never get easier. What happens is you handle hard better. That's what happens. Most people think that it's going to get easier. Life is going to get easier. Basketball is going to get easier. School's going to get easier. It never gets easier. What happens is you become someone that handles hard stuff better. So that's a mental shift that has to occur in each of your brains. It has to. Because if you go around waiting for stuff to get easier in life, it's never going to happen. And then what happens? Oh, it's so hard. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, I don't know when is it going to be easy for me? Oh, it's easy for other people. It's not. It's hard. And the second we see you handling stuff, handling hard better, what are we going to do? We're going to make it harder. We're going to make it harder. Because we're preparing for you for when you leave here. Not just basketball and life. And if you think life, when you leave college, is going to be all of a sudden get easy because you graduated and you got a degree, it's not going to get easier. It's going to get harder. So make yourself a person that handles hard well. Not someone that's waiting for the easy. Because if you have a meaningful pursuit in life, it will never be easy. If you're trying to win a championship, if you're trying to have a family, ask your parents, do you think it was ever easy for them to raise kids? Karen, is it easy? It's not. Any meaningful pursuit in life, if you want to be successful at it, it goes to the people that handle hard well. Those are the people that get the stuff they want. People that wait around for easy, you probably see them at the bus stop. They're waiting for the easy bus to come around. Easy bus never comes around. You've got to handle hard. Okay, so don't get discouraged through this time. If it's hard, don't get discouraged. It's supposed to be. And don't wait for it to be, I just got to get through the summer. And then it'll all of a sudden get easy in the fall. No, it won't. It won't. It won't get easy in the fall. So make yourself someone that handles hard well. And then whatever comes at you, you're going to be great. You're going to be great, okay?
The very first day of practice, I showed that to the girls because we had had a decent season the year before, but we did not think we reached our potential. And I talked to some parents and some coaches, and they said, you know what, you're going to be better. You know, you're going to be a year older. But I said, yeah, so is everybody else. And you know what, if we want to reach our potential, we got to quit making excuses, and we have to strive to reach excellence. And that's what we did. And the reason I asked them if we could meet all together, I know we have the JV and the varsity, and I'll be quick, is because we're a team. Yes, I know there's a JV team. I know there's a varsity team. I get that. I do. And there's a difference. But you know what? We're like a family. When we went to the JV tournament, the varsity players went, and they did the stats, and they got the water for us, and they did all those things. And when our varsity was playing, our JV players, can we take stats? Can we help? And we worked together all year long. And you know, it was so exciting to see how they encouraged each other and how much fun they had and how they rooted for each other. And so to me, I'll be honest, that was one of the biggest things I saw, and I really enjoyed it. And so I'm going to go ahead with some of our awards. But you know what? We had a great year. Parents, thank you. Thank you for letting me coach these kids. I'm going to miss them. So some awards. And I wish I could give an award to everybody, but that's just not life. And so I'm going to start with the JV team, and then we'll go to the varsity team. My first award goes to a young lady. Now, I could give this to a couple different people. After every practice, somebody would say, what do I got to do to get better? What do I got to do? I just keep working, just keep working, just keep working. You know, it doesn't happen overnight. And this one young lady, she ended up actually getting moved up to the varsity. And my most improved was Naomi. And the next one I call it my chairman of the board, one of my leading rebounds for the JV. This is a young lady, you know, the only thing she really lacks, I'll be quite honest with you, is a little bit more confidence in herself. She always got to the right spot. She never thought she was good enough to be where she needed to be. But you know what? She worked really hard. And I see her potentially in the next few years to be a real help to the varsity. She was on the varsity this year some, but she'll be even more important to them. And that is Ella Ernst. All right, my coach's award. I couldn't wait to give this one. No, it was so hard. I'm just telling you. Goodness, there's so many kids that, you know, I'm just telling you, I had more fun. The only time I probably didn't have fun, Mr. McKay, is when we had to go out in January and raise funds. But other than that, I enjoyed it. No, I did. I enjoyed it. I went out with them and all of that. But this young lady has been with our program for 2 or 3 years now. She never complains. She doesn't get to play a lot, but she's always encouraging. She always wants to know what she can do better. When everybody else was kind of off to the side, she'd go shoot. And this year's award goes to Alyssa Sheldon. All right, and my last award goes to the MVP. This young lady ended up being our leading scorer. Her high score for the JV team was 23 points. She's only an 8th grader. Oh man, I tell you what, talk about potential. Next year, she's going to be pushing somebody for a starting spot. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Ladies, you better get ready because she's a good ball player. We have a lot of good ball players though, but she's going to be there. And that award goes to Miss Taylor Zotke. Okay, now to the varsity. And I'm sorry I'm going so fast, but they said I have a time limit, but I don't listen to them anyway. Okay, so for our varsity, just some things that went on. For the MCAC All-Tournament first team, Maya McKinney, Lydia Weinja, Cheyenne Rhodes. Second team on the All-Tournament team, Jada McKinney. The all-conference first team, Jada McKinney, Kira Weinja, Lydia Weinja, Maya McKinney. The MCAC all-conference second team, Leah Anderson. We went 25-5. We had a pretty good year. We won 2 tournaments, and we came up short on the last. But we played hard. Yeah, our goal, Mr. Larson's and our goal, we had talked about taking these girls to another level. We did. Because I told you, I showed you that clip. We didn't feel like we had accomplished what we could have last year. We just didn't. We would beat the teams that we were just physically better. But we didn't beat the teams that we're evenly matched with. They always seemed to get the best of us. And so that's why one of the reasons I showed that clip is to challenge them. You know, we got to take this a step further. And you know what? We got to the championship game. Now, we came up short. But you know what? I thought we played pretty well for the most part. Do they have another level? They do. Okay, they're not done. They are not done. For the awards. And then, let's see. What do we got here? I got to find my spot. How am I doing here? All right, here we go. I got it. Okay. There we go. All right, so we give out an award, right? That doesn't mean that's all this person can do. Okay, this award, we call it Miss Defense. Now, this lady can do more than play defense. I'm going to tell you that right now. She averaged in double figures in scoring, had a high game of 18. One of my favorite parts of this year was the semifinals when we played Rochester. They had beaten us for the last 3 years. And you know what? We just could not get over the top. And we got into the game. And there's 2 or 3 things that really happened in that game. One, this young lady at halftime looked at the others. I had put her on their best player. She was taller, bigger. Their leading scorer averaged almost 20 points a game. And we had a 10-point lead at halftime. And this young lady looked at the girls and said, "Don't help me on defense." Okay, basically, I got this. And she did. And that was Maya McKinney. All right, our next award goes to, it's called the Sixth Man Award. Should be the Sixth Woman Award. This is the person that comes off the bench, gives us a spark. This young lady actually was not a starter, but she made the first team All-State tournament. She came in and averaged about 12 to 15 games in the state tournament. Every time she came in at the end of the season, the biggest difference in her game, I'll be honest with you, she got some confidence. And she did. And you can ask Coach Larson, because we talked about all the time, if she would just get some confidence, she can do this. She's capable of doing this. And finally, she started scoring. And she was a big lift to us. And our Sixth Man Award goes to Cheyenne Rhodes. All right. The next one is the Coaches Award. I call it kind of a leadership award also. Again, the mind of a coach, right? And what I have in my mind. But our whole goal when we got to about mid-season, because here's what our mind thought was. The most important game is the next game we play. We're not going to worry about down the road. We're not going to worry about the tournament. It's the next game. Who are we going to play? How are we going to play? Are we going to show up? Are we going to play well? Are we here? After we got beat by Rochester here, I knew that we would play them first in the or at least in the semifinals. So I geared us for playing them. And so you can ask them. We would go and watch film on them. We'd be playing somebody else, and we would prepare for them. But I always would have something about Rochester, something to talk about, something to show them, because this is the game. If we wanted to play for the state championship, we had to win. And I showed them a film of we had a couple games where we had the lead late in the games. And instead of slowing the ball down, we would come down and we'd shoot and we'd make dump passes and we ended up losing them. And I showed them, and to their credit, okay, they took it and they ran with it. So we got ahead of Rochester, and they're making a comeback. And this young lady, I remember her saying to the team, she grabbed the ball and she pulled it out and she said, "We're going to run some offense. We're going to run some clock here." And that made the whole difference in the second half, the last part of the game. Okay, not all of it, but a lot of it. All right, and that award goes to Jada McKinney. All right. All right, now, my MVP. This young lady, and I have some stats to give you before we're all done. She was not only our MVP this year. I'm looking for something. She led us in scoring. She led us in rebounds. She led us in block shots. She's the first young lady that Mr. Larson and I can figure out over the years to have a triple-double on the varsity level for the girls. She set the scoring record for one game with 38 points. She tied the record for the most rebounds in a game with 26. Her stats read like this, if I may. For a career, she scored 1,845 points. She set a rebounding record with 1,515 rebounds. She set a season record in scoring with 595 points. She set a record in rebounds for a career with 452. She had 38 points in one game. She had a triple-double in one game, and that was the championship game in California. So she didn't do it against just nobodies. Our MVP for this year is Lydia Weinja. And a couple things, and then I'm finished. I want to thank Mr. Larson for the way we switched things around. He was the head coach. He's kind of a step back as a family, and he allowed me to come and be the head coach. And that's not easy when you're running the show all the time and you don't get the final say. And I understand that, but you know what? We never had a problem. We'd argue once in a while, but that was normal, you know. But I thank him. I thank the McKays for all the work they put in this year. Okay, you know what, there was times, and I was kidding, and I am kidding in a sense, I didn't like going out when it was January, but you know what, we raised a lot of money. They put a lot of work into it. So let's give the McKays a hand, can you? And again, I'd like to thank Mr. Larson and my daughter Elise, who couldn't be here tonight, for helping me. They kept me straight, because I'd get a little fired up, and they'd say, hey, you need to settle down. Thank you to Mr. McKinney for letting me coach here. I thank Jake and Mr. Young also, because they came and helped once in a while with it and things like that. And I thank the girls, because one of the most gratifying things I have for them is I love your daughters. I do. They're great kids, and they bought into what we were trying to do. Because you know what, I told them, you want to get better, then you got to play each other. You got to push each other. And you know what they did? They'd go out when we would scrimmage or we would do drills, and they would pick somebody that was of their talent, and they would work hard to make themselves better. So I want to thank you all. What a great season. 25-5, California tournament, the Crusader Classic, just the memories. One memory I got to say, I remember Leah Anderson came to me and said, can I shoot a three? And she comes out and she hits a three, and she touched the floor about the time she got back to the other end. And it was so funny. But those are the kind of the things we'll remember out of this. So thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. Don't worry, I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet, just like Mr. Jenkins, more or less. First, I want to start with thanking the legend himself, Coach Jenkins. This year, you not only taught us how to grow, but to adapt and overcome. Handle hard better was the quote of the season, and it reminded us the challenges will come, but it's about how we handle them, and that's what matters. The wins and losses of our season allowed for constant reflection. And no, I'm not just talking about how we could see ourselves through Mr. Jenkins' bald head. I mean, seriously, why did his hair retire before he did? I'm sorry. I'm sorry for teasing you, Mr. Jenkins, but if I didn't, I'm afraid you'd have a heart attack. But in all sincerity, thank you, Coach, for always being there for us. One unmistakable quality about Mr. Jenkins is his love for coaching, and more specifically, his passion for training young people to honor Christ in all that they do. Thank you, Coach. Now, I'd like to give appreciation to the much taller Coach Larson. You brought your coaching experience and expertise when we needed it the most. You gave us invaluable advice when it came to running plays and our technique. Thank you, Coach Larson, for all of your time spent on our team. I promise that it will never go unnoticed and unappreciated. And last but not least, I'd like to thank Coach Elise. She's not here tonight, but she was basically our teen mom, always making sure we had whatever we needed. When we went to California, she stayed with the team in the dorms, and I'm sure that wasn't the easiest thing, especially when she was trying to sleep. Thank you, Elise, for your patience when I'd asked you to explain the most simple plays in practice every single day. Next year won't be the same without you. Thank you, coaches, for your love and dedication. You've made this basketball season truly unforgettable, and it's a blessing and a privilege for our team to be coached by you. And now the JV team would like to show our appreciation and give Coach Jenkins a gift.
Also, the varsity team would like to present Coach Jenkins with some new basketball shoes.
All right, let's give them a hand one more time. All right, as we close here, we started this last year just honoring some individuals and special recognition. This year we're going to honor one individual, and that individual is Miss Delia Bungert. And so we're going to honor her here today, and what she has come in clutch for us so many times, but you'll see her at games at the scoreboard. And she's there almost every game, whether it's volleyball, whether it's basketball, so on and so forth. And we just appreciate her servant's heart and spirit. It takes individuals like this to help run programs like our athletics program. And we're thankful for people that step up. And I know you guys probably get all my emails about all the help we need with admissions and scoreboard and all these things, but we're so thankful for people that are willing just to volunteer in these areas. These are behind the scenes areas. People don't get recognized for things like this. And we just appreciate all she does for our school, but also our athletics program. So we want to give her a gift of some flowers and a gift card and a card. So let's give her a hand. All right, as we close, we could definitely use some help afterwards, just kind of tearing down the gym. So if you have a few minutes to help us, we would greatly appreciate that, especially I see several young men over here that can help. They seem like they got lots of energy tonight. I also understand that they're very forgetful, right, Yannick? All right, so anyways, thank you guys for coming tonight. Thank you to all our student athletes in our fall and winter programs. We can't do it without you all, and we're thankful for the parents. I know that was echoed by many of our coaches tonight, and we're just so grateful for you. I think the thing that I heard a lot throughout the speeches tonight that says a lot is we have some really great young people at our school, and we're so blessed by that. More than anything, we don't want to raise up great athletes. We want to see young people discipled and growing in their Christian walk, and that's really where our heart is to see that happen in our young people. And we try as our coaches and as staff to really even create those relationships as we assist you guys as parents as you're raising your kids. And we're just so thankful that you allow us to partner with you. Thank you for taking your time out of your time tonight to be with us. And we're going to close in prayer, and we'll be on our way. Let's pray. Dear Jesus, thank you for this day. And Lord, just thank you again, just as we give honor to where honor is due. And just we're thankful for each of the young people that have given of their time with athletics, whether it was going on trips, or whether it was fundraising, or whether it was the practices, and sometimes the long nights, the long bus drives. Lord, we're thankful for all the people that contribute. When we think of our bus drivers, we think of people that volunteered in many different areas. And we're thankful for all of our coaches and just the dedication they have to our student athletes. We're thankful for our parents. Lord, I'm thankful that you gave me godly parents and that helped me. And I'm thankful for the teachers and just different people that are pouring into our young people's lives. Lord, help us not to take for granted the people in our lives. And Lord, help us even as we strive to be more like you. And Lord, I pray that you just help us to honor and glorify you both in our actions and our speech. We love you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you.